Hello, my name is Casey, and welcome to my anxiety vlog, where I talk about what's real from someone who knows. Anyway, so I'm going to start this off with my experiences having anxiety and the roller coaster I went through to finding out what I actually freaking had. So it started when I was 17. I'd gotten the college acceptance letter that I've been praying for since I was 12. And I felt nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then the following day, I told my guidance counselor because he was rooting for me and I saw how excited he was, and I'm like, why don't I feel anything? So, as I went throughout the day, I started noticing I was getting uncomfortable and I kind of felt like someone was pushing down on my shoulders. And I looked at my boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, and he told me to go to the nurse. So I went to the nurse, and the moment I did, I had my first panic attack. And not fun. Um, it had never happened to me before. It had never happened to anyone that I knew, but I immediately knew what was happening to me. I knew immediately that I was having the dreaded panic attack. And I couldn't breathe, and I was shaking, and my nurse just held my hand and walked me through the breathing exercises, and eventually I came out of it, and she brought me to the guidance counselor, and I told them this has never happened to me before, and we all kind of came to the assumption that it was because of the college acceptance letter that I've been dying for. So I didn't end up going because the panic attacks did not stop there. That was just the start. But from then, I kind of kept it a secret from my family, and eventually they all ended up finding out because you could only hide having multiple panic attacks a day for so long before someone starts noticing. And at the time, I was working at my first job, a fast food place. Yay. I loved working there though. The food was amazing. I worked at Wendy's, but eventually I did had to leave because of the panic attacks, and unfortunately that started a pattern. Um, and at this point where I am at my life now, I'm 23, I've not been able to hold a job for longer than 4 months. And I remember when I was first diagnosed, it was when I did end up going back to school, but it was not a very good one, and I went for medical assisting, which I never ended up doing. But eventually I did see a doctor because I'm like, I can't let this control me anymore. So, and he said, "Oh, you're just stressed. You just started school. It's fine. Here, have some medication." And I'm like, "All right, you're the doctor. You know best." And no. The medication he gave me actually ended up giving me heart palpitations, which was not fun. And not only that, but they literally didn't do anything for my anxiety. So, skip ahead a few years, stopped seeing that doctor, and I had two jobs later. Because I kept thinking, hey, if I keep trying, one of these days I'll get it, and that hasn't been the case. But 2 jobs later, I'm at another job, and I really like it there because I really liked all my jobs. And 4 months, I made it 4 months, and then my anxiety started rearing its ugly head, and I had a panic attack in public at a bus stop with a bunch of people. And I ended up having to get brought to the hospital because I couldn't breathe and I passed out. And I lost that job. But I finally got a diagnosis, generalized anxiety disorder. And I got put into a group therapy. And I was in that group therapy for about a month before they said, I don't think we're helping you. You should probably go see someone else. Yeah. So I sought other help and I found the therapist I go to now, which is amazing because after I don't even know how long enough, she realized I was misdiagnosed and I actually have social anxiety disorder. But we started going through cognitive behavioral therapy and I was making a lot of progress, but as an adult without a job, I needed a job. So I went to get a job and we're right about now on the timeline. I have this new job. I love it. It's amazing. It's a grown-up job, as I call it, and been there for about a month, and my anxiety is rearing its ugly head again. And I'm doing everything in my power to not let it get me this time, because this, like I said, this is a grown-up job, and I'm not going down without a fight. So this is what this vlog is about. It's going to be me trying various methods that are said to help anxiety and seeing how that goes and putting it on the internet, because why not? So I hope you guys enjoy.